about, I believe, David Dempsey's competency, and I believe that Judge Lambert is incompetent. I believe he's addle-minded. I think he sleeps through some procedures he should perhaps not be sleeping through. And, here's so swell. So I don't know what he's missing and what he's not missing. But, when you're sitting in judgment of people and you have their life in your hands, you absolutely should be cognizant and know what's going on around you. So he's not the only judge I think has probably aged out of this position. And I'm not trying to be, discriminating against elderly people. It's just a fact that at some point you're at your peak and then at some point you're not. So I think Judge Lambert definitely not. And Tammy has a phone call, so I'm going to let her take that.
He can sleep when he already knows the outcome.
That's right.
You guys ready?
That's right.
All right, sorry about that. Politicians and left-wing media glorified riots, summer of love, months before that cost billions of dollars in damages, burning hundreds of thousands of lives, while destroying cities all across America. Media and politicians alike called them mostly peaceful protests. Some Congress members said that the protests had to continue, and the cause was greater than a few broken windows. In reality, letting the country burn for months, saying it's because of George Floyd, when you're really promoting and funding nationwide anarchy just to end Trump's presidency, was quite possibly the most selfish decision ever made in America's history. You should be ashamed of yourselves. The tolerant left elected officials should have put politics aside and stopped the burning and the looting in the streets of America a long time ago. They could have, they chose not to. Now, again for political gain, they call the January 6th mostly peaceful protest the insurrection, and compare it to the 9/11 terror attack that took 3,000 American lives. Now, those same political figures want to search the country and lock up people who are involved in a protest. Why? The left set up GoFundMe accounts for anarchists and Marxist groups like Antifa and BLM to pay for nationwide bail in case members got arrested. These organizations cost taxpayers billions in damages as they looted and burned businesses, firebombed multiple state and federal government buildings, and even took over a section in Portland. Police were told to stand down. Judges and district attorneys refused to prosecute. Members of Antifa and BLM were arrested. Why the double standard? Why now? Why are the same police officers the left once called the enemy that needed to be defunded now victims? In the sham called the January 6th Investigation Committee, we saw policemen turned into actors, spewing pre-written speeches with words they couldn't pronounce and blubbering about how the January 6th protest turned riot was worse than a battle in Afghanistan. Yet now that the footage is being released, we see their lives are starting. January.
You're cutting out.
6th protest power. January 6th. Get better?
Yeah.
January 6th proved that although it had been 250 years since our founding fathers wrote the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they're still patriots ready to fight for their freedom. I marched on the Capitol because it's exactly what our founding fathers would have done if they were alive today and experienced this unprecedented voter fraud that undermined the ideals that very core of our American existence is based upon. Apt to attend by our Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump, 1 million patriots showed up who had had enough of the political swamp we now call D.C. We marched in our capital against voter fraud and a stolen election. Hundreds of thousands took it one step further and marched on the Capitol building and brought the protest to the politicians' front door. We did it unarmed. We did it to prove a point, and we did it peacefully until the police used excessive force. We marched to remind these forgetful politicians that they work for the people. We did it to let them know that they will be voted out soon enough, but that some things needed to be immediately addressed. Despite what the media tells you, January 6th protest was not an insurrection. Being that the right owns more firearms than the military 10 times over, if the January 6th mostly peaceful protest was an insurrection, you would have known it. January 6th was mostly peaceful reminder. January 6th was a much-needed punch in the nose. In short, January 6th was a warning.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
So
that was very well written, Chris.
That was powerful.
thank you. It will be up on the Gateway Pundit, I was told today or tomorrow. And it will also be on the Northern Next Sentinel in Hard Print next month. It should come out around the 11th or 11th or 12th.
It's already on the Gateway Pundit.
So, guys, if you
It's up on the
if you
Gateway
like
Pundit.
it,
I got it right there.
it's up on the Gateway Pundit right now. So please, show support, share it with your Patriot friends, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your family. Share it, and make it get out there. I'm gonna get, it had to be said. Everyone who I've read that to said, when are you going to read that? And I said, oh, I'll have to read it on January 6th. And they said, you're not done with court yet. I said, no, but it has to be out there. It has to be out there. And so I've been told when even liberal shows like TMZ starts doing shows on January 6th about how January 6th was set up and the feds were involved in it, it's going to be out. Of course, it's going to be out. It's gonna come out in the next year, and Trump's gonna win, and this is all gonna be, put behind us. But we can't get those years back.
Right.
The people who were arrested can't get these years back. My family is gone. My house is gone. My marriage is gone. I have a kid who doesn't know who I am.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
People were killed in cold blood. Nikki's not going to get her daughter back. Other people are going to get their family members back. And unfortunately, it could have. I'm not just pointing the finger and saying that no one did anything bad on January 6th. What I am saying is it could have been prevented.
Right.
They wanted it to happen. They needed it to happen.
Pelosi wanted
right.
it to happen.
They needed Trump not to be able to run again because they're scared. And in order for America to be safe, we need, unfortunately, we need him in. We need, it would have been better 8 years in a row, you know what I mean? Biden screwed up a lot of things, but if there's one person who can fix it, and hopefully he has the right people next to him this time, is Trump. So God bless him, God bless America, God bless all of you patriots out there.
Bless you guys.
Don't be afraid to wave that American flag. Don't be afraid to say the pledge. Don't be afraid to sing the anthem. It's not
Do it
because
every day.
this government is
Thanks for
not America. And what it's become is not American at all. And but I wanted to say thank you to all of the supporters out there listening today, and who have been listening and who have supported not just me but everyone in here. I know I took a lot of time, so I just want to say thank you. I know you have a roll call to do, and I don't want to take up any of anyone else's time. So, guys, God bless you guys. God bless America. We love you. Thank you so much for supporting the Patriots.
God bless
God
you.
bless you,
Bet.
Chris. We love you.
All the way. All the way.
Thank you. God bless.
That was amazing. So what's Chris's last name?
No pressure, no pressure.
Franklin.
I eat pressure for breakfast.
Well, it's on the Gateway Pundit. So
Gateway. I need to write this stuff down.
Our phone's almost done. Plugged into the battery.
Turn the plug around and plug it back in.
Turn the plug around and plug it back in.
For those lives lost on January 6th, Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Grayson, Benjamin Phillips, and on the next day, Officer Brian Sicknick, rest in peace.
rest in peace.
For those detained, Justin Adams, Michael Adams, Thomas Adams, Tommy Allen, Chris Albert, Russell Alford, Noah Bacon, Edward Badalion, Daniel Ball, Thomas Ballard, Logan Barnhart, Richard Barnett, Pauline Bauer, Julio Bequero, Matthew Bedingfield, Luke Bender, Joe Biggs, Aiden Billiard, Craig Bingert, Joshua Black, Matthew Bledsoe, Kenneth Bonowitz, Dominic Box, Brandon Bradshaw, Larry Brock, Jeffrey Brown, Jeremy Brown, Mark Brew, Daniel Caldwell, William Calhoun, Jared Cantrell, Jacob Clark, Carol Clayton, Stephen Capuccio, Matthew Caspel, Donald Chilcote, Shondale Chilcote, William Cressman, Reed Christensen, Josiah Colt, Mason Corson, Bruno Kua, Matthew De Silva, Nicholas DeCarlo, Nathan DeGrave, David Dempsey, Lucas Denny, Robert Dennis, Timothy DeJargens, Michael Dickinson, Joshua Doolin, Michael Eckerman, Jolene Eicher, James Elliott, Daniel Eckvet, Isaiah Farnsworth, Brandon Fellows, Kyle Fitzsimons, Kevin Coletto, Mitchell Gardner, Robert Gieswein, Vincent Gillespie, Frank Justino, Vitaly Goshchinkowski, Jeffrey Grace, James Grant, Matthew Green, Brian Gunderson, Joseph Hackett, Stacy Hager, Timothy Hale, Kenneth Harrelson, Johnny Harris, Richard Harris, Joshua Haynes, Stephanie Hazelton, Donald Hazard, Albuquerque Head, Andrew Hernandez, Joshua Hernandez, Eric Herrera, Joshua Hughes, Jared Hughes, Brian Jackson, Shane Jenkins, Douglas Jensen, Justin Jersey, Joshua Johnson, Taylor Jonatakis, David Judd, Leo Kelly, Ryan Kelly, Julian Qatar, Federico Klein, Brian Court, Matthew Kroll, Nicholas Langren, Daniel Leeden, Joseph Leeden, Luke Lintz, Joshua Lawler, Kevin Lyons, Deneen McAndrew, Marcus Malley, Christian Manley, Cody Matisse, James Malk, Christopher Maurer, Mark Mazza, Ronald McAfee, Patrick McCoffey, James McGrew, David McAfee. Sean McHugh, Jeffrey McKellop, James McNamara, Connie Meggs, Kelly Meggs, Jonathan Mellis, Rodney Millstreet, Matthew Miller, Jordan Mink, Robert Venuta, Landon Mitchell, Corinne Montani, Catherine Morrison, David Marshall, Robert Morse, Christopher Moynihan, Jonathan Munifo, John Nassif, Marshall Neef, Daryl Neely, Ryan Nichols, Kirsten Niemela, Gregory Nix, Ethan Nordine, Nicholas Ox, Grady Owens, Jared Owens, Jason Owens, Joseph Padilla, Robert Palmer, Michael Perkins, Dominic Pizzola, Daniel Phipps, Mark Ponder, Sean Price, Joshua Pruitt, Anthony Puma, Chris Quaglin, Barry Ramey, Guy Reppett, Zach Reel, Mariana Reiner, Stuart Rhodes, Howard Richardson, George Riley, Thomas Robertson, Michael Roche, Jonathan Rockholt, Daniel Rodriguez, Rafael Rondon, Greg Rubenacker, Jeffrey Sable, Brian Samsel, Ronald Sandlin, Salvador Sandoval, Robert Sanford, Peter Schwartz, Daniel Scott, Christian Secor, Hunter Seafried, Kevin Seafried, Grayson Sherrill, Alexander Shepard, Thomas Sibick, Jeffrey Sills, Mikhail Sly, Charles Smith, Tommy Smith, Kelly Sorrell, Audrey Southard, Hatchet Speed, Yvonne St. Cyr, Peter Stager, Shelley Stallings, Patrick Stegman, Laura Steele, Tristan Stevens, John Strand, Tara Stottlemyre, Andrew Taki, Enrique Tario, Curtis Tate, George Tenney, Jacob Thayers, Isaac Thomas, Devlin Thompson, Dustin Thompson, Edward Vallejo, Salvatore Vasallo, Jason Wallace, Jessica Watkins, William Watson, Matthew Webler, Thomas Webster, Bradley Weeks, Sandra Weir, Jack Whitten, Anthony Williams, Riley Williams, Timothy Williams, Duke Wilson, Ricky Wilden, Shane Woods, Chris Worrell, John Wright, Gregory Yetman, Isaac Yoder, Kyle Young. And those we've lost to suicide, Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Unks, and George Meacham. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Let's say her name.
Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Well, looks like we got about 5 minutes till 9 o'clock. How's everybody doing tonight? I thought we'd throw something together and try to jump on here towards the end and, see if we could gather some people together after the vigil just to hang out for a little bit, go over some stuff and just try to have a good time. It's Friday night, right? But then I went upstairs and I was sitting there and I about fell asleep. So I had to wake myself back up. But that's all good. Five minutes. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing? Debbie Robinson, Angelina, Priscilla, Monk, Boxer, Heather, Third Lab. Of course, when I start talking, here comes Mr. Trouble. Mr. Trouble wants some attention now. Hi, Bobby. Third Lab, Angelina, Sherry Thomas, Tammy Green, Carlette. Oh, what's going on with my computer? There we go. It came back. Did that. We're gonna have to. There. Yeah, we're back. I don't know what happened there. They must be up there messing with stuff. Thank you. Yeah, let's hang on. I figured we'd hang out together, see what's going on, see what everybody's been doing, see if you've had a good week. Sing the national anthem with the guys. My cat is cute. I don't know if he's cute, but he's huge. He's a good cat, though. He really is. He's a good cat. Hello, Darlene Chandler. Sunkissed, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you all. Thinking, did I miss something with the... No, it looks like we're still caught up on the stream, looks like. There we go. They're still playing music. Lurlab says, beware of pro-Putin foreign mods. They're in control of Robert Govea's channel. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we have to keep an eye out for that. I haven't really had a chance to be on Robert's channel for a while, but been pretty busy trying to keep up with things. We got some pretty cool J6 flags that we've been actually doing a good job selling. If you guys have seen those or not, let me see if I can show you here. I don't know how well it'll show up. There. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. I'll go big. There we go. That's backwards, isn't it? Well, daggone it. My screen must be mirrored. But anyway, those are the flags that we're selling, and then the reverse side is just the opposite of that. So if anybody's interested in any of those, I got to put the screen back up 1 second.
We can jump right in if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
All right, here we go.
1 minute. Pass it back. We got a big group here. Pass it back. Me, 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 me. La, 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 la. Me, 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 me. me, me, me. Me.
We're waiting still. Somebody call the connection.
Me.
We're almost there. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, did I just hear a hip hip hooray?
Oh, baby, you got drummers out here, you got Patriots out here.
All right. Sounds like a hootenanny, I'm telling you. Look at the like I said, look at the def. Well, no, yeah. Listen, look up the word hootenanny, and it is a band that plays that everybody else joins in singing with. So it for a band, but yeah, this is a hootenanny.
All right.
I know, we got Patriots out here from Ohio, Colorado, Florida, Illinois.
Hey, I'm from Colorado.
I'm in Connecticut, New Jersey, baby. It's happening. California.
Rock on. All right, sounds like you guys are you're having a good time out there. So it's good to hear. In here, same old crap, different day. Just trying to get another day closer to home with the family and the loved ones. As far as news goes, what do you guys got? Anything new? Anything good? Anything hot?
Well, Judicial Watch launched a web, and my son-in-law launched a lawsuit against the the government today for wrongful death. So there's that, and then Derek Vargo and then Derek Vargo and Victoria White also have a lawsuit against the government. So, and you know, that's big news for me because this has been in the workings for quite some time. And Judicial Watch is an amazing group of people that put a lot of time and effort into this and a lot of thought into this. And it's filed in the federal courts of Southern California. So, you know, it also points out the sloppiness of Michael Byrd.
That's right.
And the negligence of the government. So hopefully that'll bring about some facts and figures that'll help everybody.
And change.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
And Nicole had some too. What do you got, Nicole?
Oh, that president of ours gave a speech today, and all he did was talk about January 6th. Did you happen to see any of it?
Yep, I saw a second or two of it, and then I had to throw up.
I put on John Adams.
I could keep going, but I won't give him any airtime. Next subject.
Okay, the next subject,
yeah.
he's getting impeached.
It's a slow process. Like I told you, I even said it today. I said this is so slow. Even erosion moves faster than some of the things between the truth coming out about so many different topics. But we will wait patiently. Apparently, we have to. Like some people have said that it's just certain things are timed, and there's nothing we can do about it. I don't know what the truth is about if there's the plan, what the plan is, and how it's supposed to be moved chess pieces, but the chess pieces are timed. I don't disbelieve anything at this point. I just believe that the good guys are moving forward and that the bad guys are retreating, and which to me is evident because of all the Epstein stuff starting to come out, and that there's more and more and more that will be coming out about that. What else? News-wise.
Wait. What I did want to say, though, is that it sounded really desperate. It sounded like a desperation, honestly, to me. It was sickening to hear, but they're very desperate to keep their narrative how it is, and they know it's falling apart.
Yeah, because they didn't count on the spirit of the American people. That's why. That's what they weren't counting on. The arrogance of this government to think they could pull something like this off without America pushing back. They did not count on the spirit of the American people. So,
Right on.
that's right.
Let me add to that, and I'm going to get more information about this. There is a video that somebody in here has, and I'm going to get the name of that video. It is a video that basically has 3 different cameras that are together that kind of show like far left, then center, then right, and it is taken in front of the tunnel, and it is taken right at the point in time when Fanon comes down the stairs. Now, there's a flag. If you zoom in, there's a flag that slowly moves, and it just happens to open up at just the right time when Fanon is coming down the stairs. Watch his left hand. There are 3 people in front of him, and those 3 people aren't facing him. They're facing towards the camera. They're facing towards the Washington Monument. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, Fanon hits all 3 of them with a backhand. All 3 of them are bowled over, and then he comes back, and you have to slow motion this. He comes back with his left hand, and he brings it up to his face and turns back towards the tunnel, towards his right, as if he was hit or something. And then things ensue after that. But there is no reason for what he did. I'm not going to comment anymore other than say there is video out there that is extremely suspect. And the person that brought this up to me, they brought this up because they said, watch this on TV. And the video that they showed today of Fanon was taken just a millisecond after his left hand comes up towards his face as if he was supposedly hit, which he never was. I'm going to find the name of that video, and I mark my words, something's going on. Something. I won't say any more than that. Something that is definitely going on. So I'm going to talk to that gentleman tonight and see if he can give me the name of that video. That's what I have. Go ahead.
I always said, that's always, forward motion's always good. And, we know that these people have been telling big fat whoppers for quite some time, on the stand, off the stand, on the news, to the J6 committee. So, I'm glad that that's all starting to come out. Oh, Harry Dunn's running for Congress. For God's sake,
Yeah.
help us all. And Patriot Sherry has some news.
I seem to remember the other day someone had mentioned that Jeffrey Epstein may still be alive. Well, I just want to tell you, Megyn Kelly came out with a article today, and she has some evidence that very well may be that Jeffrey Epstein could be alive. She said that you will be hearing from him, and possibly even personally.
Well, I saw the earlobe. Anybody else on Twitter see the earlobe? Yeah, well, he failed the earlobe test, but who knows? So, what were you going to say?
Okay, who was that? Who was that said that about Epstein? You said that was Julie Kelly?
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly. My bad. Sorry. Megyn Kelly. And I'm not familiar with Megyn Kelly. Who is she?
She used to be on Fox.
She is a former Fox News reporter who now has her own show, and she says she has a lot of evidence, a lot of video that she cannot reveal her sources at this time, but please stay tuned.
Got it. All right, we're running out of time. I've got something interestingly weird to bring up. Did you guys hear about the 10-foot alien creatures in Miami?
Yes.
No.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Now, hold on. Let me just jump in here.
Yeah.
I heard that there are alien creatures that were seen in a Miami mall. They tried to blame something about all the cops. They tried to blame it on some kids shooting fireworks at each other. However, that's no reason to shut down the airport. Now, there are people in here that are saying, oh, this means this is the deep state's last thing. They have, when everything's going really bad, their final go-to has to be alien invasion. So, if we're seeing 10-foot alien invasion, or 10-foot aliens down in Florida, that means it's coming. It's coming. Oh, there's also a meme. There's an alien meme that someone told me about that says the two aliens are sitting there next to each other, and one of them says, "We're up next." I'm nervous.
Well, you tell me how every single police in Miami ended up at the mall for kids with firecrackers. Every single police car.
I did. Now that you're mentioning, I did see something where it was, why are all these people?
Yeah,
like,
there was
police
tons
cars
of
I
cops.
could see.
I showed you guys
Yeah,
that.
it was, I didn't realize it was an alien invasion.
8 to 10 foot tall black creatures.
8 to 10 foot
Well.
tall. My goodness. What happens when you nap?
That's what happens when you get the shot.
I mean, I'm a science guy. I absolutely believe that in a universe that's infinite, you're ignorant to think that we are alone. But I think that if they have the ability to travel light years, that they have evolved way beyond the pettiness of us humans.
Amen.
One would hope.
Yes.
Would hope. So either it's going to be aliens or some kind of a war that they start, because the rumor is the cabal needs some reason to postpone the election.
Yes.
Because heaven forbid that the truth prevails. Really.
That's right.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
So that is what I have. Let me do a couple of simple public service things for anybody listening. Please go to a couple things. One, check out truthinmedia.com. That's truthinmedia.com. Check out the interview that Laura Logan did with Clay Higgins. Fascinating. Talks about the ghost buses on J6. Also, go to stophate.com. There are all kinds of videos there. Definitely go and check all of them out. You've got all kinds of things from the documentary Let My People Go to 1,000 Days of Terror. There's also policestatefilm.net. If you want to shock your family, go to bidenlaptopmedia.com. That's one of my personal favorites, even though
You have 1 minute remaining.
And last but not least, please go to precinctstrategy.com, because the only way out of this is to get involved. Use your voice or lose your voice. Precinctstrategy.com. All right, what do you guys got? We got 30 more seconds.
We love you!
Well, yes, that's about it. We love you. God bless you. God bless America. And get involved, like you said.
All right, guys. Thank you for all that you do. God bless you. God bless America.
Thanks, Jeff. Good night. So we do want to be reminded to stay safe tomorrow. I'm just proud of all you patriots that are coming out and standing on your corners and standing in front of your capitals and doing your patriotic thing. So good for all of us.
There's creatures!
Alright, I did. We gotta practice for our on the road show.
Storm, can you snap
All right, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Our tour. Come on, everybody. Hi, kids.
Don't kick too hard now. All the things are gone. Did for all my life. Had to start again. With just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars. Well, they got a nice crowd there tonight. Today, the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defenders still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of
North
Texas,
Dakota!
see the shining
Go
sea.
Midgets!
Detroit down to
State
Houston,
champions!
New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we
Somebody can
stand and
snap a screenshot, please send it to my,
say. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defenders still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you, and defenders still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All the way! All the way! All the way! All the way!
That is a big crowd tonight. That's good to see. That's good to see so many people out there tonight.
They're rowdy, folks. They're rowdy.
Hey, we're the gangsters.
The pretty corny gangsters.
We got a lively little gang out here tonight. Police officers. We're all gonna get in our cars and drive the speed limit all the way to our homes. I just want to remind everyone that we're going to be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. So get your popcorn and your hot cocoa ready because it's going to be an awesome vigil. Oh, by the way, Dwight, we're going to be here tomorrow at 6. Go ahead and have an extra coffee tomorrow. Dwight loves it when we're here at 6. It doesn't mess his schedule up at all. So anyway, we like to surprise him too. So. Surprise!
I told Jane that I would say hello.
We love you guys. We cannot do this without you. We cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow night for you guys to see us. Please pray for us. We will pray for you. We will be back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Amen.
All right.
All right. Wow. Nice crowd out there. It's good to see so many people out there. Don't you guys think that was good to see? Good to see. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, so we got some stuff going on in the chat. A lot of interesting conversation going on. I'm not sure what to think about some of it, but we're all going to try to get along and keep it respectful and do what we feel is best to do and just have a good time. Let's just have a good time together as family tonight and just enjoy each other's company. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't know where to find all that stuff they were talking about. And did he just call me out? No, I don't think so, Wyoming. I did not do that. I don't know where he's talking about. I thought that was weird with the Miami thing because I do believe that I showed on my stream the day after that Miami thing happened all the cop cars. I mean, there was just so many cop cars, and I even said I don't think you have that many cop cars for some teenagers with fireworks. That just doesn't make sense, right? You don't have hundreds of cop cars for teenagers with fireworks. That just doesn't make sense. We knew there was something big there. Something was definitely not teenagers with fireworks. Whether it was extraterrestrials or what, I don't know. Um, but no, Debbie B, I have an appointment at noon tomorrow that I have to be at, so I will not be going, unfortunately, to the State House tomorrow. Um, so you guys know I have other things going on that I have to put first right now, and that's just the way it has to be. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I seen you asked if you could pet the creatures in Miami. That would be that would be fun. I'd love to see Wyoming girl and all her clan of boys going to try to pet the creatures in Miami. But I heard that there were supposed to be more events taking place across the country in different cities. Maybe the creatures will be showing their face in different places, right? Who knows, right? I don't know. Debbie said she loves the picture behind me. I've heard a little bit about that. That's another reason I don't even really want to go, Debbie B, is because I don't want no part of none of that stuff. I don't want to get accused of something that I don't know. Yeah, I'd be happy to film it, Wyoming girl. I'd love to see you guys do that. But I'd probably have to feel the need to protect you and the boys if you were trying to pet creatures, right? I I don't know if my filming would. I guess I could leave it on my tripod and just. But I'd like to see the creatures. I don't know. I'm not sure, Debbie B. I just heard there was some Antifa stuff going on, and I don't know if it's just to try to keep people from going or what's going on. But for me, I'm going to stick to the appointment that I have and just go with that. Hey, Mags, how you doing? Um, Michael says, hey, everybody, God bless you all. Bless America, and God bless everybody. Amen to that. I can agree with that one. I can agree with that one. So I guess really what we could do right now, if you guys don't mind, before we really get into some other stuff, we could do what we started yesterday. This book is really I wasn't sure about it when I bought it, but it's actually pretty good. Daily Inspirations from God's Creation. Meditation for Men inspired by the great outdoors. We'll just go ahead and go over this real quick. It's not very long. It don't take very long to do it all. Starting out small. For you see your calling, brethren, that not many wise according to the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. 1 Corinthians 1:26. Near Yosemite National Park stands a grove of old-growth trees, rising like lofty towers, lifting their arms to heaven all day long. These mammoth trees are hundreds of years old, having weathered fire and famine, parasites and people, looking around, and you'll see other smaller trees about the size of a person dotting the area. There's nothing special about them. Their slender trunks contrasting sharply with the breathtaking girth of the colossal trees nearby. But every giant in the grove started out just like those young trees. As Christians, we have a towering destiny ahead of us. The contrast between what we are now and what we've been called to is so striking that we might shake our heads in disbelief, but God intentionally chose the weak, not the mighty, for great things. Let's look ahead with anticipation, boasting now of what the Lord will do. Amen to that. And the prayer, I believe this is a prayer, or maybe it's just a daily saying. Lord, I'm encouraged that you have prepared a great future for me. And that is day 2. Pretty interesting. You know, there's little tiny trees. This is what that started out as. Ended up being those big giant trees. And, you know, God doesn't use the ones that are mighty. He uses the ones that are young and weak and grows them into be mighty forces for himself to be used. So I thought that was a good one to look at. My camera might be bouncing a little bit. I need to get a good mount for my camera and for my microphone and things, but I think we're doing all right. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we can get into. I will. I haven't really looked at a whole lot. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. Let me pull this up real quick if I can. This movie came out back in 2005, I think is when it came out. But somebody sent me a link to it last night. It's not going to be here. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I put it on my phone. Never mind. But maybe I can find. Oh, wait, no, somebody did send it to me. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry. I think it was. Who was it? I believe that's who it was. Oh, yep. Here we go. Let's see if I can bring this up. Now, we're not going to watch the whole thing. Maybe this is. I don't even think this is not it. This is not what I thought it was. 1 second. Let me look again. I might have forgotten, or maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, this isn't it. Well, we'll forget about that. I don't think that I remember where it was at. I don't know. We'll forget about that. But anyway, the movie was like a documentary type put together thing called The Gingerbread Man, about kidnapping and child sex trafficking and you know, all that sort of stuff. And I had never seen it before. 1 second, let me read this. You can send me an email, forward strobe, and I'll take a look at it if you want. You can send me an email to david@freedomexpressmedia.com, and I'll take a look at what you've got going on there. But anyways, about the gingerbread man, and this guy got his daughter kidnapped, and he was told that she was no longer alive. Well, he started investigating different kids that come missing, and found out that they were trafficking them, and he ended up going through and killing like 19 people and fighting his way all the way to the top of this ring of people that were trafficking kids. And you know, at the end of the movie, he finally found his daughter alive, but at that point, he was already on the FBI watch list because the last person that he had killed was an FBI agent that had a very, very, very young male child that he rescued. But because he killed this guy and he was FBI agent, he was in the top 10 list of the most wanted in America. So he seen his daughter, but he couldn't do anything. He just had to let her live her life and go on. It was very, very sad. It was very interesting, just to say the least. I don't know if it was. I mean, it looked like it was a real video, but I don't know if that was an actual real video or not. It looked like they had documented everything and filmed it all themselves and stuff, but I don't know. Hello, Veronica. Hey, Bonnie. Hi, Jericho. Just looking real quick, see all we got in here, see what Wyoming girl kind of trouble. Wyoming girls starting at Ohio J6 support convoy to Columbus Capital, Priscilla. Send me some info on that. I'd like to check that out. Because I would like to do some, flag waves and so forth around my area, get into some freedom stuff, I would like to continue doing some stuff around here as much as I can. So any information anybody has like that they could send me, I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it, I would. Hey, Roy Long, how are you doing? How are you doing? So I am going to... Yeah, Wyoming girl says I didn't do it. I didn't either, Wyoming. I didn't either. I didn't do it either. Let's just pull some stuff up. Take a look at some stuff. So, General Flynn, J6 was the big setup. I can't read it. Hold on. J6 was one big setup, and the FBI's doors need to be shut until they answer for this. And then he shares this video that is actually Robert Powell's video. And I remember watching Bobby Powell actually hand his information over to General Flynn. He finally got to him somewhere and handed him all the stuff he had. So we'll take a look. You guys tell me if you can hear this video or not. For some reason, I think you guys were saying that you couldn't hear the video.
Do not go in there.
A radio journalist from Michigan was shooting video that day at the Capitol. What he captured were two most charitably called suspicious actors, but they are dressed in such a way that led him to believe that they were government agents. And one of them, after the windows had been broken by a protester, it was encouraging people to pull the rest of the glass out and go inside. Bobby Powell, who was the journalist that had shot it, and he has his camera rolling, he told him that would be illegal. And that wouldn't be a good idea. He warned people off not to go into that window. And then he turned his camera around and he caught this agent or suspicious actor pulling a large pane of glass out, this tempered glass. It kind of folds into itself, crunch onto the ground. When he realized he was being filmed, he quickly dropped it. It seems apparent on the video that he did not want to be seen doing what he just did. So he pulled in a protester and started blaming him. He said, "What are you doing breaking that window?" The poor fellow that was being accused didn't know what was going on. And then he gave him a couple of really good shoves and cocked his arm like he was going to punch him. We don't know. His facial image is not on any of the Sedition Hunters sites or the FBI's most wanted site, but he clearly was committing criminal damage to property, and he has not been charged. So it raises a question of why.
Also, the individual trying to, again, opening the window up is even encouraging people to enter, I believe, as well?
Yes.
What's he saying?
Well, he said, "Why don't y'all open the rest of it up?"
Why don't you guys open up the rest of it? Because I think that would probably be illegal. Oh, I know, my glasses.
Yeah, so there you go. Bobby's been trying to get that out to everybody, as many people as he possibly could. And it seems like to be like he hasn't been able to get it to go anywhere for some reason, right? You could see the guy with the earpiece in, and then he pushes the guy that tried to stop him from doing what he was doing. The red hair guy that was in there. Oh, here we go. Breaking. Tom Fitton, Judicial Watch, files $30 million wrongful death suit against the U.S. government on behalf of Ashley Babbitt's husband and estate. Isn't that something? Finally, I was just talking to somebody about a wrongful death suit, and from what I understand, it has like a 2-year statute of limitations, unless it's either 2 years from the time of death or 2 years from a discovery. So basically, any of these new videos that had come out, and this could be wrong, but this is the information that was shared with me. If there's new discovery that shows it, they could use that information in 2 years from that time. I don't know how true that is, but I was going to be sharing that with that information with Mickey after the 6th. I knew she was busy, and I knew she had a lot of stuff going on, so I was going to try to get a hold of her and tell her what I had been told to make sure that I share with her. But we'll have to see. 27 attorney generals have formed a coalition in support of President Trump's appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court regarding his removal from the ballot in states like Colorado and Maine under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. So 27 attorney generals, that's more than half, right? There's only 50 in the country, right? So that's a good thing. The U.S. Supreme Court will take up the case of President Trump being removed from the ballot in Colorado and Maine. That's awesome. That came out, I guess, 4 hours ago. So oral arguments will begin on Friday, February 8th. So we still got a little ways off, about a month or so, before they start actually hearing the oral arguments. Their decision will determine whether or not states can remove President Trump from the ballot over Section 4 of the 14th Amendment. I think it's Section 3, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice before. Not very often, but sometimes. Sometimes I could be wrong. Mickey announced that the suit was going forward. Yeah, so I think that's about time. I honestly, I don't know what the holdup was, unless they just wanted to get their ducks in a row and get the narrative changed over so it didn't just get shut down. So maybe, they did the right thing, and by waiting for a little while, I do not know. But hopefully it all will go as planned, or as it should, and we'll never get Ashley back, but maybe we can get some sort of relief for the family.
I took on Communist China like no administration.
Oh, what are we listening to? Why is it black? Black. 1 second. It's moving slow. Whoa, cat. Cat, stop tearing stuff up. Cat's tearing stuff up. I want to show you. Is this restriction between Washington for blocking some Chinese students from entering the country? I don't know what that's about. This is not where I was at. 1 second. Let me get to where I was trying to get to. Iowa. I think this is it. Discusses plans to overhaul the DOJ. Yeah, this is the one I wanted.
I took on Communist China like no. I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical, out of control prosecutor in America for their illegal, racist enforcement of the law. And I'm also going to indemnify all police officers and law enforcement officials throughout the United States to protect them from being destroyed by the radical left for taking strong actions on crime. We're going to protect our police. They're afraid to do anything. They're told not to do anything. When they walk into a department store in Chicago and they walk out carrying television sets and everything else, and the police, they want to do something, but they're told not to do it. And then if they do it, they get in trouble. We are going to indemnify them. They have to stop crime, and they can stop it too. They'll do a great job.
Yeah, so
I will direct
I think that they should. When are we going to stop allowing this crazy stuff to go on? And I just don't understand. I honestly don't understand why they allow things to continue the way they're going. Oh, Ashley's husband was interviewed by Bannon tonight about it. That's good. I did not see that. I obviously didn't see a whole lot, but I wanted to jump on here and I wanted to spend some time with you guys, show you some of the stuff I've seen today. I haven't really looked at a whole lot. I have been very, 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 very busy. Very busy. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see. Very busy. Yep. I'm very proud. Very proud, Daddy. I am very proud, Daddy. Love that little guy. I bet I can't hang that back up now. I bet. Let me see. Oh, maybe I got it. I think I got it. Surprising. It took me like 5 minutes earlier. But we got it up there. Wrong way. Nope, that's the wrong way. All right, there. I think that's good enough. Good enough. I know those cheeks. He is precious. Very, very precious. Love that guy. I love that little guy. I do. Love him to pieces. While we're speaking about that, I do have some stuff added on to the Amazon wish list. If you guys would like to help with some baby supplies, I've got some baby supplies on there. If you guys would like to help out in that way, that would be greatly appreciated. And while we're doing this, let's do this. MakeHoneyGreatAgain.com. Use promo code FREEJ6ers, FREEJ, the number 6 ERS. Make sure you get your Trumpy Bear honey bottle, right? Make sure you do that. That helps us. That helps the J6 Defendants, and it helps the bees and the pollination and all that wonderful stuff. And I did make a with my vinyl cutter and stuff today. Here, let me see if I can turn this around so you guys can see what I got set up here. There. See, I've got my vinyl cutter and all set up over there, right? There's Tammy Mundy's hat that I need to mail her, the Make America Great Again hat. So I do have everything set up, guys. If you guys need anything made, please let me know. I did make a thing for the wall over Matthew's bed that says Matthew, gift from God, and I did do that tonight. I had to do that. Sorry, I'll stop being so boastful about my boy. I can't help it. Where did let's see. Oh, that's tons of hearts. Oh, so let's go ahead and go over and check some more stuff out real quick. There is a lot of stuff coming out about the election and election fraud, the 2020. It's a lot. There's so much that we could never cover it all. So, we'll just try to hit a few things here. What is this video? I guess Tommy Tatum is suing some people. Yogananda Pittman, Christopher Ray, Brent Williams, Yogananda Pittman, Daniel Thau, Eric Waldo, Thomas Lloyd, Michael Bird, Robert Glover, Frank Edwards, Jimmy Chrisman, Paul Riley, Tara Tyndall, Lila Morris, Jason Bagshaw, Ray Epps, Mike Johnson, Barry Loudermilk. Oh, that's a lot of people to be suing. Well, I don't know exactly what that's about, but that is interesting. Breaking news, morbidly obese New York Attorney General Letitia James is now seeking over $370 million from President Donald Trump and his co-defendants in their civil fraud trial. Well, good luck, Letitia Williams. Good luck with that. You see how everybody else's luck is going with President Trump. They don't have much luck, and you're probably not either. The Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, executed and certified the 2020 insurrection. Her own analyst busted 68,000 forged signatures by signature matching, while the why do they got to turn to morbidly obese, and why do we have to throw those punches in there? Can't we just, it's like it's right now with prostitutes. While the prostitute was telling city clerks to ignore signatures, why can't we just say who it is? We don't have to like resort to name calling, and I don't know. I don't get it. Let's be the people that we are meant to be, and that's not by calling people names and things like that. That's just unnecessary. But I guess it is freedom of speech. If somebody wants to do that, I guess they have the right to do that. It's just not the way I choose to address somebody. A class action civil rights lawsuit has been filed against the U.S. Capitol Police, D.C. Metropolitan Police, Mayor Bowser, Nancy Pelosi for the planned security failures and the illegal assault on early January 6th West Plaza protesters that led the J6 riot. Interesting. So there's a lot of lawsuits coming out after the first of the year. I don't know what in the world we were all waiting for, but it's really crazy. It looks like there's a storm of brewing. Tyranny. Government officials illegally raid Pennsylvania man's farm without notice for hours and seize his property, leaving him in dire financial straits. Please donate to him. I don't know exactly what that is about. We're not going to go into that, but what's this explosion? This happened right after President Trump's inauguration, and this was just one evening amongst hundreds. This is what a real insurrection looks like. This upstaged J6 by a long shot. Yeah, that's for sure. That cop just threw. What in the world? Here, we'll take a look at this real quick. Why not?
Right, and they got our audio tech. Burning cars and smashed windows. A small group of protesters dressed in black, their faces covered, armed with hammers and bricks. Facing off with thousands of officers on site, many in riot gear, confronting them with flashbang grenades and pepper spray. All of a sudden, the police officers started to spray pepper spray, and they got our audio technician. They're going to see us running because they're going to throw more flashbangs. The chaotic scene just blocks outside the secure area of the inauguration and parade route.
I personally have anti-establishment slants, but I don't think that this is anything that I want to be a...
Burning cars and smashed...
So what I don't understand is when they had 30,000 people there protesting about Palestine and all that, they didn't arrest one person, they didn't swing at anybody, they didn't do none of that stuff. But I don't understand. You've seen the cop there; he was throwing. I don't think that's the proper way to address a crowd. I know that's supposed to be done on January 6th. Tucker, you're buffering, Tucker. I don't know what that's about. We're gonna move on past that though. Huge. The U.S. Supreme Court just announced that it will decide if Donald Trump can be disqualified. Yes, we already went over that, so we do know that. The Republican-controlled House has the power of the purse, but we are on the verge of passing another CR, which will continue Nancy Pelosi's budget, which yields all power to the Biden admin. Pathetic, weak, ridiculous. Pelosi would have never continued a Republican budget. American voters who gave us the majority are sick and tired of Republicans caving. We fired Nancy Pelosi, but yet our GOP conference still continues her budget. There is no way I'm voting for Pelosi's CR. We need to finish the job. I agree with that. We sure do. I mean, I've got my mixed feelings about MTG myself. But it looks like she seems to be finally standing up when she should be. I don't know. Let's see what we got over here. I know I saved some stuff. There's our stream going. Steve Baker with TPC is, again, pointing out about Officer Dunn running for Congress, and then talks about all the different things that he has already pointed out about Officer Dunn. Is nowhere near finished. We've already shown that his N-word claims on J6, which made him a media darling, did not happen. We've released the 180-degree turnabout between the two FBI interviews he gave about his interaction with our Oath Keepers that day. We've shown irrefutably from the video and trial transcript evidence that both Dunn and Special Agent Lazarus not only contradicted each other in court testimony, but neither of the two told the truth under oath, because what they each claimed took place could not have happened. We've shown Dan's anger issues and his behaviors at the Capitol on J6 that caused higher-ranking officers to intervene. More of that to come. Only a week before Christmas, we revealed the identity of the person who wrote and distributed an anonymous, politically partisan letter on Capitol Police letterhead, with the cooperation of Rep. Jamie Raskin and members of the Capitol Press Pool. Then the subsequent cover-up of the identity of the author and the suppression of his disciplinary report that followed. That author was none other than Officer Harry Dunn. So there's a lot of stuff about Harry Dunn that is not so great. And I don't know why he thinks he's going to be able to run for Congress and be able. Unless he plans on, having some kind of fraudulent election and being somehow get in like that. And I know this has probably been played several times, but we're going to share this.
Even Republican members of Congress, when the attack on January 6th happened, there was no doubt about the truth. At the time, even Republican members of Congress and Fox News commentators publicly and privately condemned the attack. As one Republican senator said, Trump's behavior was embarrassing and humiliating for the country. But now that same senator and those same people have changed their tune. As time has gone on, politics, fear, money, all have intervened. And now these MAGA voices who know the truth about Trump on January 6th have abandoned the truth and abandoned the democracy. They made their choice. Now the rest of us, Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans, we have to make our choice. I know mine, and I believe I know America's.
Do you?
We'll defend the truth.
We will defend the truth.
Not give in to the big lie.
We will not give in to the big lie.
We'll embrace the Constitution and the Declaration.
We will embrace
not
the
abandon
Constitution, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
We'll honor the sacred cause of democracy, not walk away from it. Today, I make this sacred pledge to you: the defense, protection, and preservation of American democracy will remain, as it has been, the central cause of my presidency. When the attack on...
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's so hard to listen to. He said Constitution of the Declaration. What is that? What is the Constitution of the Declaration anyway, Mr. Biden? Do you even know what you're trying to protect? Do you even know what it is? Do you know what it's called? Do you know anything about it? There's a Constitution and a Declaration of Independence. Anyway, it's hard. It's very difficult. Very difficult to see these people are the ones that are supposed to be running our country. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let that go. I'm going to let that one go. I'm going to let that one go. Here's an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Israel. I don't know who this is, Jonathan, that put this out. If all this proves to be true, you'll have just lost your free meal ticket known as the United States, as well as the support of hundreds of millions of American citizens forever, and you'll deserve every single bit of blowback headed your way, including some hefty sanctions in 2025. Congratulations, idiots. Let's see what this says. I have found a witness statement that claims Jeffrey Epstein trafficked minor minors for making her available for sex to politically connected and financially powerful people. Epstein's purposes in lending this victim was to obtain blackmail on them. The statement gives credit to the allegation that Jeffrey Epstein was working for the Israeli Mossad through Ghislaine Maxwell, who allegedly was completing her father, Robert Maxwell, Mossad legacy. On December 13, 2019, The Sun released an article that stated Jeffrey Epstein was working with the Israeli Mossad to spy on politicians and used underage girls for blackmail. The claims came from former Mossad agent Ari Beneshi. As far-fetched as this sounds, the intel agency that President Obama used to spy on President Trump was allegedly Mossad as well. On September 12, 2019, Politico revealed that Israel Mossad was planting mysterious spy devices around the White House as well to gain intel on President Trump. And if you read down here a little further, Epstein also sexually trafficked the then minor Jane Doe, making her available for sex to politically connected and financially powerful people. Epstein's purposes in lending Jane Doe. Let me see where, and there was a part that I wanted to read. I have found a witness statement that claims different. I think I already read that. Epstein's purpose in lending. Yeah, well, I think I already got all that. Yeah, so they're basically saying that and then I seen where I guess the Clintons or something was also like the Clinton Foundation was also Mossad or something. I think I read that somewhere. Maybe I scrolled down somewhere through there and seen that earlier, but I don't know if any of that is true. I did not do any investigation on it. I'm just sharing with you what somebody else had shared with on Twitter. So, I guess we will soon be finding all that information out. I just think it's really wild how that stuff seems to be coming out now. Ivan Rakelin, here's I think I shared that yesterday with you guys. Yeah, that's all the stuff that I've already shared with you. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this one post that I did a while back has been going around pretty well. There was another one here. Uncovered a confidential list revealing Media Matters major. Here, let's take a look at this. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So, confidential list revealing Media Matters major contributors. Brace yourself for this shocking surprise. They're all Democratic mega donors. Deborah J. Simon, $4 million. Gill Foundation, $2,970,000. Josh and Anita Beckenstein, $1,750,000. Stephen M. Silberstein Foundation, $1,900,000. Susan T. Buffett Foundation, $1,751,199. Media Matters is the brainchild of Clinton loyalist David Brock, calls itself a media watchdog, but operates as a DNC front group orchestrating advertiser boycotts and suppressing free speech on social media. In a shocking federal lawsuit, a Media Matters employee obsessively refreshed a fringe video on Rumble Video over 70 times until he found a Netflix ad that could be used as fodder for a public pressure campaign, despite being the sole viewer of that Netflix ad next to the fringe video. Media Matters falsely insinuated in an article that Netflix ads frequently campaigned fringe content on Rumble, coercing advertisers to abandon the platform. Media Matters accessed accounts active for 30 days, bypassing ad filters for new users, selectively followed accounts with fringe content and those owned by X's major corporate advertisers after repeatedly scrolling and refreshing their timeline 13 more times than an average user. They generated screenshots of fringe context next to. I don't exactly understand what all this means, but we do know Media Matters controls a lot of what we see on the news, and that is all basically done by the Democratic side of the policy spectrum. Um, all right, so stop sharing. See what everybody's saying over here. He met Epstein but never went to his island. I think we're talking about Trump on that one. Show the flags again. Okay, I will show. Let me bring them up. I got to show them on here. All right. So these are actually flags that you can put on your flagpole that can be flown, just like a regular flag. They're nylon, 2 grommets, regular made flags that are like this. And then when you look at the back side of it, it's just a regular type flag, double-sided. That I actually the first night I designed it, sold 3 of them. They're not exactly the cheapest flags because they are custom made. But if anybody would like one of those flags, please let me know, and we'll try to get one out to you as soon as possible. There are 3 that are going to be out, and I do believe I'll have all of them ready to go by January 20th to be shipped out. Did you see it? Here, let me show you again. Did you miss it? All right, let me show you again, just in case you missed it. All right, so that's what it looks like. It's just an American flag, free J6 with the J6 ribbon. And then you flip it over to the other side, of course, it's just flipped. So that is it. So I'd love to see them things go out all over the country, right? I think it would be awesome, and if they did, it would definitely help me in my mission and being able to continue doing what I'm doing. Would definitely be a big help, but they aren't exactly cheap because they are custom made, but they're going to be. I think they're going to be very, very well. So English Rose, yep, was one. Priscilla Victor and Monk, all 3 ordered one yesterday, and they are in the works. So I can't wait to get those done and get those out. I've got some other orders. I know Gina LaRue has got some orders in with me, and you guys probably don't remember Brent, but Brent wanted some John 3:16 decals. So we are doing some decals. We're getting some stuff done. Jay Jones says he's in. Send me an email, Jay, or if you've got my number, or if somebody that can, you can just give me a send me a message or whatever, and we'll get you taken care of, Jay. So yeah, I made some John 3:16 decals. They will be going out. We've got some God's Country decals going out, some We the People decals going out. So I really actually would like to build up the sign portion of this since I'm back home. Get my decals going, get that stuff working, get some sign stuff, banners, yard signs, truck lettering, decals, graphics, anything like that. Please let me know, guys, because that is really what my passion has been. I've been doing that kind of stuff for a long, long time, and if I could build that up and supplement my income with the streams and be able to continue doing this and continue doing that, and I believe God can make that happen, right? He's made amazing things happen for me over the last year and a half. And now he's given me this wonderful, wonderful baby boy that I've got to provide for. So I believe he can make miracles happen, and I think he's going to make a way, and I believe that. I have faith, and I'm looking forward to see where God takes us over the next few years, 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever it may be. You just Jay, just give me an email, and I'll give you a price and all that sort of stuff, and I'll get it out for you. So just send me an email at david@freedomexpressmedia.com, and I will get you your order if you want it. Yes, I can make car magnets if you would like, Denise. I will have to order the magnet material, but I can do that. It won't be cheap for me to get the magnet material the first time, but yeah, I would be happy to do that for you. I'm getting ready to put my email here for you, Jay. There's my email. Just send me an email. I'll send you an email back. We'll get the price made up for you and make sure that you're okay with that. And as long as you are, we'll get that thing done and get it out to you. And hopefully we can get, if I could get a bunch of them together, I could do them cheaper. So if we can start getting quite a few orders for them, we might be able to knock that price down a little bit. But right now, with just being one at a time, they're not exactly the cheapest. Exactly right. LA Forgiven put our trust in God. That Trump is whom he wants us to see in office. We should all be very worried about what is happening to our great USA. Definitely, absolutely. Hello, Colorado. How are you doing? Good to see you on here. Monk seen hoodies. Maybe I could do a T-shirt design with the flag on it. Would you guys be interested in me putting that flag design on a T-shirt or something like that? I'd be happy to do that. Maybe that would help just get it out there. No, I'm glad you're not doing too bad, Colorado. It's great. I think that's great. Awesome. Hi, Sino. How are you doing? We the People on a hoodie. I could do that. I could put We the People on a hoodie, Monk, if that's something you're interested in. I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking to do, is to start building up the sign side of the media. So Freedom Express Media, when I created that name, was actually meant to be for the live streaming and for the media on the signs and things like that, because that's what that is. It's printed media to put on signs, banners, things like that. So Freedom Express Media was actually a double meaning for the business that I was trying to get started. And, God has done wonders in that. And I believe that he will continue to do that. So I do plan on setting up maybe a little shop here in the town and trying to get that going also, so that I've got regular orders coming in. I believe God will bless that and allow that to grow. I do believe that. I believe that as long as I'm doing what I should, like Jay Jones says, follow the Lord, and you won't get lost. Exactly. And if there's comes a time in there somewhere that I need to supplement that with some type of a temporary job, or whatever it is I have to do, I'm going to do it, right? We're not just going to depend on God to just supply everything. We're going to make sure we do our part in that, right? So I hope everybody has had a good night. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and pray us out. If you guys don't have this book, it's a really good book. It wasn't very much. Daily inspiration from God's creation, meditation for men, inspired by the great outdoors. And I believe it says edited by David McLaughlin. I don't know if that means it's written by him or edited by him or what, but we're going to go through this And I'm going to do a short every day with some of this. And when I'm streaming, we're going to share this every day because I believe God. I got it here at the local Christian bookstore, actually. I found it in my local Christian bookstore, actually. It's where I got it from. But I don't know if you could find that on Amazon. I'm sure probably, or somewhere. There's an ISBN number, 9, let me just put it in here, 978-164-352-448-1. That is the ISBN number, if you want to look it up. Tonight, all I've forgiven. I'm going to go ahead and pray us out. Let's see, Debbie Robinson said, "Thank you, David. All you gave and give, you reap what you sow, brother." Well, I haven't really done much of anything except for what I believe God has led me to do, and I just want to be faithful in doing that. Just to be honest with you, I don't take credit for anything. It's been all God. God has made everything possible. So with that, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you tonight. We want to give you thanks and praises for everything that you do in our lives. We want to thank you for what we see coming in this year. We believe that justice will be coming for our J6 hostages. We believe that justice will be coming for America. We believe that we will see things turn around. And I believe personally, God, that your people will humble themselves, turn from their wicked ways. And I believe that you will heal our nation. I believe that your word, you promise that if we do those things, that you will do that. And I just want to say thank you for that promise, Lord. And I pray that that is what happens here, and I have faith that that can happen. And I pray for anybody that's sick or needs healed, Lord, that you will touch them, help them to get through that, whatever it may be. That the ones here that all over will draw closer to you, try to be better examples for you. And I pray that we just shine light through the darkness and be what you would have us to be according to your will. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Let's see. Let's see, 20% off. Up $16.99 plus Amazon does have it. Colorado says it's $16.99 plus a 20% off coupon. So there you go, guys. If you want to go through that with me on a daily basis, that would be great. I would love that. Thank you, Jay Jones. I'm going to go ahead and let's see if we can get this to play like it's supposed to. And if so, we will say Freedom Warriors out.
And you'll stand face to face. Come and lay it all down. 'Cause it might be today. The time is right now. There's no need to wait. No, your past will be washed, but rivers of grace